cool. Usually Zeptimus joins or someone else, but we'll see. We'll see. How did it go for you? How was quantifying?
It was cool, yeah. It was cool. I have like the curiosity of how it's gonna be the quantify. So yeah, it was nice. That Fibonacci sequence and all. It was kind of funny also see my praises and my friends' praises.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool. And how did you find like using the dashboard and everything? Was it smooth?
Yeah, it was very very smooth. I don't
Nice.
have uh I don't have problems at all.
Nice. Cool. What are your intentions for this call? I guess we'll just
I just want to know how what this call is about, and yeah,
cool. Wow. Cool. Great. Well, basically this call is like a little bit informal, but we have all these reports that are made from the round. And we also have another report that shows us like a comparison of all the data from the last year. So it's a cool way to see like what was like the highlights of the last 2 weeks and then like kind of see the overall health of praise over the last year, I guess. So they're pretty cool. And we can just jump in here and I can show you some stuff that's really cool to see.
yeah,
Um, so this is the report for the last 2 weeks for round 18. You can see the dates exactly, the amount of tokens we sent out, and like some other parameters for like praise. Um, Going down here, you can see the first thing is the rating distribution. So it's like um, the amount of each score that was given. Because you remember, like on the slider, you can go from 0 to 144.
yeah.
So you can see like which score was the most common from this period.
How many people give the highest amount? 4.
144 showed up 4 times. Yeah. The most common one was 3, then 13, which is cool. Usually, like the highest one is like 1 or 5, so it's cool that 13 was second. And I think the last round, like there wasn't a score over 89, so it's cool to see that we're giving some higher scores.
Let's see why.
I I looked over the data. I took a sneak peek, and all of the highest ratings are from me. No one else gave a 144. Um, but you can see the top highest rated contributions from Matteo for all the work he did on the ABC events page. So like I know that that's like front end development work, and I'm like, okay, that's probably pretty valuable. Um, there was a demo that Christopher did last week. I think you guys were in that meeting actually. And he showed off all the new features that he built for praise in the dashboard. Rex for doing like the data analysis and creating API queries. It's like for me, I think like development work is like so critical and so hard to find that like I usually give it the highest score. And then Patty for the work in the TEA, Christopher for compiling data for missed rewards, Acid laser for the promo image. ¿Te vas? Sí. Okay. Bye. Bye. Gravity, token engineering, Twitter space in Spanish, and again, helping out Gravity. This is cool because this is like kind of like a highlight of like the biggest contributions that were made during that period. Praise reward distribution so that you can see who will be getting the most rewards during this round. So NT, Acid Laser, Irem, Rex, Christopher, Mount Manu, Gideon, Chewy, myself, Mateo, and then it keeps going down. There you are, Miguel. So I think you get like 24 plus another 22 for being a quantifier. Or I don't know if this is total. I might be wrong. Praise reward, quant reward. Oh yeah, this is together. Yeah, so 22 plus 24. Praise giver, so like who gave the most praise, that was like scored the highest. So NT gave praise that was scored really high. Wonka, Bear 100, Acid Laser, myself, Zepti, and then it goes down. Praise flows, so like you can see like exactly who dished praise to who and like what the average score of that praise was. And so you can see like the bigger bars here are the people who gave score that was worth more or gave praise that was scored higher. And then to who exactly. Quantifier data, stuff with the highest spread. So spread is like the difference between the highest score and the lowest score. So the highest score is 144 and the spread was 141. So we know that the lowest score was 3. Displacement, so like tendency to underscore, overscore. How similar you're scoring with others. So this was like the least similar to other people, and then that's the most similar to other scores. And then like what percent of people agreed on which praises were counted as duplicates, and then how much disagreement there was over like praise that was dismissed as invalid. That's pretty much it. I think this is like the most interesting thing here is like you can see the scores that everybody gave and like how big of a range they used. And I think because like I have the other one from last week too. And I noticed that the trend is to use like very little. Max 34, 55, 55. Oh, okay.
So like the idea is also give bigger amounts.
Well, this shows like people who use just like a small portion of the range. Um, versus people who use like a bigger portion of the range. So it's like the tendency, I think, has been over the last couple rounds for people to use like a not very big portion of it. Maybe because the contributions like aren't worthy or for whatever reason, but it's definitely a trend I've noticed that. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Like the general analysis is there. And then this is like the cross period one. So you can see you can see the total amount of praise that was given for each period. So like here we're at like the peak and it was like 800 praise every 2 weeks. Oh shit, I lost it. Uh, yeah, there we go. And then it kind of like goes down, 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 and then we bottom out at like 89. I think that was when most people were on vacation or like at Burning Man or something. And then back up to 176. And then you could see the amount of people that dished praise versus the amount of people that received praise. So 21 people dish praise to 60 different people in the last 2 weeks. Next one here, you can see how many quantifiers were assigned to each round. Like when we were getting going, we used up a lot of people. It was like, yeah, 20, 22, 24 here, some crazy amount. And then the last like 4 rounds have been like pretty low. So we only needed 8 people. This is interesting. I'm going to take a picture of this. See if we
What
can-
is that?
It's like a weird error. I don't know. I'm going to show it to Nugget. And then this is like the tendency to underscore or overscore compared to other people, but this is like all of the quantifiers over the last 52 weeks. So over the last year. And I think because you've only been in like one round so far, it's like you don't have like an average to balance it out. So you're actually at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh no. But that's because like you've only done one round so far. So it's like there's no other data to like balance it out.
Yeah.
Innovator's the highest, Patty, Parachia, Zeptimus, Griff. And then yeah, just kind of the same thing, but using like a different metric, like how similar you score with other people. So Tam is missing. This is like a bug, but then after that, it's Nate, Craig, Patty, and then Algene's at the bottom, Mount Manu. And then this one's cool. It's like the system health evaluation. So it's like number of new TEC members involved in praise. So we can see new people that like showed up in like the praise data that weren't there the previous round. People that were in the previous round that weren't involved in praise this round, and then the net difference, which you can see went up by 17. That's cool. So that's like basically just measuring like involvement in the praise. And then for this thing here, this thing's a little bit crazy. This is like the minimum amount of people receiving 50% of the total reward. So it's like, how many people does it take to receive over half of the reward? So it's like, if the number is lower, that means like the rewards are more concentrated to fewer people. And if it's higher, it's mean the rewards are spread out among more people, right? Because it's like this one here at 6, that means 6 people are receiving half of the rewards from that period. And then if we go up to here, like at the peak, it's like 15. That means 15 people are receiving half of the rewards, so it's more spread out. And I think this is just like another way of skewing the same metric, but in just in a more confusing way. And then there's this one here, which is like praise categorization, which is just like we use all these like keywords, like we have categories and then they have like keywords attached to them. And then every time they show up in the data, like those keywords, we like count them in a category. So like attendance, so it's like showing up to meetings or like attending a call or a conference or something like that. And like the average score is 3, the highest is 73, and the minimum is 0.3. I didn't even know that's possible.
With the duplicates, it's possible.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we can see like on average what's valued higher, right? So hacking has the highest average score of like 15. Lead, general. I wonder what general is about. I have to find the keywords. And then you could see like the top praise historically, like for each category. So it's like attendance is like, Lauren for attending ETH Denver and doing presentations. Interesting. Ivy for accepting steward for the TC. Interesting. A discussion. Yeah, and then Sam Hack for leading. Zargum. Share is all Sam. Wow. Wow. What was okay? Interesting. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I usually just go through this all with everybody and then like um we make some observations if there's things or anything we can improve, we just kind of like write it down based on like the data that we can see.
Okay. Based on this, I think the next time I'm gonna give uh higher like scores. I don't know how to say it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's the trend, and I think it's like I think because people usually don't look at this stuff, maybe they don't realize like what the trends are. Um, yeah. Is there anything else you notice, like any kind of like trends or something that stuck out to you?
Not really.
Cool. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna just like write some things down and then like if there's any ways to improve or whatever, but like that's it. The point of the meeting is just to like look at the data, make sure like nothing weird is happening, and then like write down any ways that we can make praise more useful for the community.
Yeah. And when the rewards are like out.
I think next Monday, because like we make the report, I send it to we do this call here, then I send the data to Nuggin. He makes a forum post that stays up for 2 days, and then after the weekend, he makes the vote on the treasury to send out rewards on Monday.
Like every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So this week here, he'll make the forum post and then he sends it out on Monday, basically.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Any other questions?
No. If we need like uh I can be a quantifier again this period if you want.
Yeah. Well, everything's randomized, right? So it's like I just
Okay.
push a button and then it randomly assigns people. But like for whatever reason, if like nobody responds or somebody's like not involved anymore, then I can just put you in
Okay.
and then I'll ping you so you know.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining, Miguel.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. Have a great day.
You too. Cheers.
Cheers. Mm.